Good morning, sir. Can you tell us your name and position with the fire department, please?
My name is Ronald Walls, Battalion Chief for San Bernardino County Fire Department.
And can you spell your last name, please?
W-A-L-L-S.
What happened here, or what transpired here early this morning?
Approximately 10 minutes till 1 in the morning, we received a call for a structure fire. The first units that arrived found two structures that were pretty much connected by decks and very close together. Both of them were well involved upon the first unit's arrival.
Were there any injuries here?
We've gone in and done a quick search of the structures prior to them becoming too unstable. So we have determined that there's no one inside at this time to the best that we can search. So we believe that there's no injuries and no one involved at this time.
Do you know, were these residents, were they occupied living spaces?
They were both occupied living spaces, yes.
And do we know if Red Cross has been called out?
We've talked to the residents. They haven't asked for Red Cross yet. We certainly have that available, but I believe they're going to be staying with friends or neighbors.
And was there any threat to any of the wildlands in the area?
Absolutely. With the fire burning fairly aggressively, there was quite a bit of exposure, threat to some of the other surrounding structures and also to the vegetation. The fire did get up into the trees a little bit and scorched some of the trees. We have a total of 12 engines on scene, a medic ambulance and 2 battalion chiefs. 9 of the engines are from San Bernardino County Fire, and we have 3 engines from CAL FIRE. And the CAL FIRE units were patrolling the area, making sure that the fire was extinguished from any of the vegetation in the trees and making sure it didn't extend any farther than it already had.
And do we know the cause of this fire yet?
We don't. We have an investigator en route at this time. Once we have the fire knocked down sufficiently for him to be able to enter, he'll go in and do an investigation.
Thank you. I have one more question. I noticed that the power lines were down in the area. Is there any power outage up in this community?
Not that we know of, no actual power outage. We did have power lines that were down, and that was the difficult roads to make access and the power line being down. Those are all things that contributed to the difficulty of making access and getting in and fighting this fire. Edison is now on scene, and they've secured the power line that had dropped, so that hazard has been abated. We have not heard of any other structures around here that have lost power.